Okay, hello, Fidel and Tyler. Tell people what your short Dead Enders is about.
Hey Michael, I'm Tyler. This is
Hi,
Fidel.
Fidel. Nice to meet you.
And our movie Dead Enders is kind of it's a movie about a girl who's working at a dead end job, and she should quit, but she just can't muster the energy to until a series of mind controlling bugs crawl out of the ground and kind of show her what life would be like if she doesn't leave.
Mm.
Kind of like the impetus for her to quit is looming bug apocalypse.
If only that could happen to more of us, right?
I know, yeah. The wake up call.
Yeah, like just like the wake up call of like quit your shitty job.
So I guess the ultimate compliment is this place is South by Southwest, and someone comes up to you and says, "I'm going to reprioritize my life."
That's the goal.
Absolutely, yeah.
So is it a fun thing to be included in the Midnight's shorts program?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the ideal situation for us. I mean, we set out to make like a fun genre poppy movie, so to kind of like be invited to be part of the Midnight Shorts just kind of means that like the movie hit the marks to be like a fun movie that you can enjoy along with all the other weird movies.
For sure. One thing I noticed in this short is the colors are really cool. They really pop. So tell me about finding the right colors in this film.
Well, we knew it wanted to take place like in a gas station, so that we kind of wanted that old like 90s fluorescent tube vibe. So that was kind of like our background. And then we just wanted like complementing like orange tones and like really poppy, kind of just like really limit the color palette. And then for that green, we just are huge Beetlejuice fans. So we just like really wanted that Beetlejuice green everywhere. And then we also love Men in Black, so that's why we had the blue blood, just to make it that sort of just like real splattering on everybody.
Oh, that's funny. So were there other visual or thematic references to other movies going on here?
Yeah, I mean, there's scenes in the fog where like the gas station there that we were looking at. We were kind of having fun with. We were looking a little bit of Shaun of the Dead, just kind of like that similar kind of themes about like zombies and modern capitalism. And then, I mean, we also loved Clerks. We were really looking at like 90s movies, trying to just keep it all very like we're trying to keep everything kind of very like locked off and just very like kind of people hanging out after hours and just kind of keeping it, just a little sleazy feeling.
Yeah, we just kind of want to be like I think we kind of pitch it as like Clerks if it was a monster movie with like a little bit of Evil Dead 2 in there.
That's accurate. It's not wrong.
Well, thank you.
So tell me about how long it takes to make something like this. How long did it take from conception to like this moment?
Well, we started the movie right after kind of like the COVID lockdowns kind of were easing up a little bit. And we were just sitting in a basement for like 2 years, kind of like just drinking coffee and getting ready to make a short film. So we kind of like shot out of the gate, and from script to shooting, I think it was only like a month. And we had like 5 days of shooting, and then post-production didn't take us too long. It took us like probably like a month of like editing and stuff. And then it was like waiting around for festivals. So actually it was pretty fast.
It was pretty fast. It was just kind of like after the first cut was done, we were just kind of waiting to like apply to the festivals that we wanted to. So we had like a big gap because we shot like in the fall. So then we kind of had to like wait for like the year to turn around. So that gave us some extra time to just play around with sound and effects and all that kind of stuff and just really tune it in. So like once we had like, I mean, we kept messing with the cut literally to like the day before we had to like send them the exhibition copy because that's just kind of how we roll. But pretty much a lot of that time was just spent like just tuning like little things like the color and like the sound design and it's moving small things here and there.
And you guys are gonna do other festivals, hopefully? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, so far we've got Boston Underground, or I don't know what we can announce, so I shouldn't.
Yeah,
maybe you want to just like stuff is happening.
Yeah, we're kind of like trying to hit a lot of like genre festivals with it, and then like being Mexican American, we're hitting like a lot of like Latino festivals as well. Cool. And then just any other festivals that'll take a weird movie like this one.
Nice. And it's a good excuse to do some traveling, right?
Oh yeah, very excited
for sure. So
a good time.
Yeah, exactly. How did you two link up, and what's the nicest thing you can say about the other one?
We met up actually freshman year of college. We were in the
Okay.
same dorm at NYU, and we just kept running into each other. We'd always have like really good conversations. We'd always like riff and hang out for a long time, but we were in different friend groups. So
Mhm.
that one time I think in like October or November or something, me and my friends were doing mushrooms in Central Park, and we were just looking up, we're like, Fidel's gonna be our friend now. We're gonna make this official. The next day we're just like, Fidel, you're coming to the movies with us. Like,
It
And
took
then
a
like a month,
mushroom trip. Okay, I got it.
yeah, and then like a month later, well then I was one of the few people that kept an apartment over the summer, and then Tyler ended up like living in my apartment.
Mm.
So then we ended up just like spending many a day just kind of like grinding through every movie we could get our hands on because there wasn't much to do in the summer when you're in
Oh,
college.
fair enough. How many movies do you think you two have seen together?
oh my God, that's a great.
Couple hundred.
I would say maybe even 1,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we've been friends for 12 years, and we probably watch about.
I mean, I remember just when hurricane, I think it was like Superstorm Sandy, we were like
Mm.
locked in our apartment in New York, and we must have like burned through like 100 movies.
Yeah,
Just like on it like in like the 2 weeks where you can really leave your house.
we at least watched all the Screams together, so that's
Okay.
at least 6.
Yeah,
How
only 5.
Well, next week it'll be 6.
next week will be 6.
Yeah.
And this interview is going to come out like next week anyway. So there you go.
Oh yeah.
There it is. So, but what would you say, like, how do you guys like, compliment each other as filmmakers?
We just push each other, I think, to do more, I guess, if that makes sense. Like I feel like just having another person there to just always trying to be like push the envelope and try to be like that scene could be a little faster, a little better, a little tighter, like just always trying to like we just push each other to just really polish it out. And I think you can hopefully tell in the movie that it just feels very like two people were just in a room just polishing this thing
Yeah.
out and like grinding it down.
I think we just like have like a very like open and honest like critique of each other. So like when we're writing, when we're editing, when we're directing, when we're like thinking of like color, we're just kind of like we're always just talking like openly about like how can this be better? How can this be better? How can this be better?
Mm.
And also our taste align a lot on just like we grew up like loving kind of like more art house movies. Then we also like genre movies as well. So it's kind of a rare combination to find someone who, loves
Yeah.
guitar and also loves Halloween, I guess.
Okay, and tell me about the elusive Connor Murphy, who got a script writing credit on this movie.
Oh my gosh, Connor's our cinematographer, and
Uh,
he's also like such a good writer. And so when we were kind of like we all got in a room right before we shot, and it's one of those things where me, Fidel, Jordan, and Connor we took the script and we all just basically just rewrote. We just did like a Disney style writer's room where we just like broke the thing down and just really did all the dialogue. And
yeah,
Connor did just so much work and so much dialogue and so much of like the humor is his that we just had to give him a credit. We would have felt bad.
that was
yeah.
nice of you.
It was a very fun experience because like Tyler's saying, it's like the script was done and we said if we're gonna shoot this, let's just make it better. So we just opened up the process. And Connor also grew up in Philadelphia next to Tyler, knows the life of like Wawa and late night gas stations. So
Okay.
he was very integral to kind of capture that authenticity.
I feel like that's like the opposite instincts. People just want to hoard all the credit.
Yeah, I like that. I like that in movies where you see it's like written by Fidel and Tyler, directed Fidel and Tyler,
Edited by, produced by.
We sometimes make up names on the credit if we feel like we did too much stuff, just to make it look like we have friends.
Yeah, I remember the movie Sledgehammer. There's a made up editor. His name's Ralph Cutter.
The Coen brothers have Roderick James, right? Roderick James.
So was Cotter the MVP of the crew?
We don't. It's not. It's a team sport. We don't hand out MVP, but
Well, in team sports, they hand out MVPs.
oh yeah, yeah.
There's everyone did an amazing job.
Yes, and yeah,
Everyone was the MVP because this was really like a labor of love. It was just like all our close friends came out to Texas and everyone kind of like pulled their put on many hats to kind of make this happen.
If I had to pull out an MVP though, it would probably, I mean, Scarlett, our lead, was so crazy because it was just long, like late night hours. in a gas station covered in like gross goo. And she could just scream without burning her voice out like all night. And she
I
was
would
giving
give-
us just great screams.
I would give the MVP to the location owner.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yes. Of Mr. C's in San Antonio. It's this
The-
really
the-
nice cowboy dressed
Yeah.
all in black.
Named Rick, who let us use his gas station, like no questions asked, would like keep it open all night, hang out with us, even when he was working the day shift.
Yeah, it was weird because he
Damn.
would work it in the day and then he'd close it at 6 and let us shoot from 6 to 7. But then he's like, all right, I'm just gonna go home. But then he kind of like stare around and watch. So I don't know if he ever slept.
I don't think
I
he
don't
did.
think I ever saw him.
No, he would like go take naps in his car.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
Okay. And I also like the boss of the movie. He was fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jeff Murdoch,
Jeff Murdoch's
Right.
awesome. I knew him 'cause-
another great LA actor.
yeah, because my girlfriend, who's also in the movie, is one of the police officers. She has like a great network of Chicago comedians, and he was one of those. And he's so funny. He's like a nice, great guy.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, Fidel and Tyler, thanks for your time. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the shorts. Okay. In your opinion, what is the best thing about this short film?
I think it's gonna scare the shit out of you, and it's gonna make you laugh. You're gonna have a great time. It's lean, it's mean. You're not gonna feel like you wasted your time.
It's true. How long is this? Like 12 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it doesn't overstay its welcome. It promises you some monsters, and it gives them to you, and then you can go home.
If you love Tim Burton movies, if you love practical effects, if you love old school Hitchcock horror and Gen X style laughs, you're gonna love this movie.
Okay, beautiful. Thanks so much, guys.
Awesome. Thanks so
All right.
much.
Bye bye.